Hey guys, it's Huey the Gamer Girl here, and today we're actually going to talk about the best highlights, moments of this year, starting from January all the way to August. Now, I will not be doing September, October, November, and December highlights for the year. It's because one, I will be going to college soon, and as well as this, my intake only starts in September if you guys haven't noticed it yet. Also for this, I will be going for orientation as well. And I may be busy this month. So actually guys, let's get started from January till August, okay? Okay, from January, we actually did have a graduation ceremony for the class of 2022. This actually included the senior students from my school as well, both Cheras and Rawang. Alright, so basically, we actually graduated in January because mainly some schools, they would normally graduate in June or August, but for us, it's actually in January. It doesn't really matter what school is it, just as long as you reach high school graduation, if you reach the 12th grade graduation, get all good grades, then you're able to graduate as well. And also we completed the ages before you course, which is the social science and humanity course. So basically I got 95 on it. It was really good, teacher not that bad, and eventually we did pass the class. Like this class actually took us 5 months to complete it, despite us having the English class last year. So basically we completed that class already, and I must say, it was actually good in my opinion. As well as this, I actually got a new phone, which is the iPhone 14 Plus. That was actually released in October of last year. And during the Apple event, they actually show the features on what is there on the iPhone 14 and 14 Plus. As well as this, yes, I updated some of the apps already, because one, in January at that time the phone was actually very small, so I could download like one or two apps at that time. I could download a lot of apps. Because I got 256 gigs, I'm able to install so many apps and take so many pictures without me trying to rush up some space. As well as this, I enjoyed going for the Great British Circus as well during the New Year's Day, like that. So that's another thing. As well as this, I'm able to try a lot of foods as well during Chinese New Year, like the Sheraton Hotel as well. And as well as this, in January, just before I got my iPhone 14 Plus, I actually used it from the 1st of January to the 19th of January. So I actually used this phone for 20 days before I transferred it. So yeah, so I've been using this phone for mainly 100 more days, and I've used this phone for 7 months now. Actually, despite the phone having a working condition, I'm able to download like a lot of apps. I just arranged some of the apps for this year as well, because they were getting a bit messy and I had to arrange them. Yeah, so that's the January part. So let's move on to the February part right now. So in February, I actually went to Jollibee, which is located in Sunway Pyramid. If you don't know what it is, it's actually a restaurant chain which is popular in the Philippines, Canada, US, and presumably Malaysia, because in Jollibee, there's one location in Sabah, but then they expanded more locations across Malaysia as well. Even though, yes, I tried Jollibee, I also got the card as well. There were lots of restaurants that were new in Wanutama that I tried, such as the Rich Cheese Factory, and I think that's it in February. As well as this, I'm able to try a lot of new restaurants for the year. I just wanted to see how it tastes like. Alright, so I don't think there's much to talk about February, although yes, there were 2 classes online that were actually taken this year to complete the Ontario Literacy course and the business course as well. Eventually we got that done, so I actually the business course took 4 months, while the Ontario Literacy course took 4 months to complete it. Alright, let's move on to March. So March, actually, we began working on studying for the test for the Ontario Literacy course, and eventually we gotten the community slip signed, done, and stamped. So they are now returned to the school already, which is good because I don't have to do community service anymore unless it's required in college, which I'm going to right now. Alright, and basically I tried a lot of things in 2023. Also, I almost forgot to mention for the January spot, yes, I did see the movie Puss in Boots, the last, which this is the only movie that I watched in January because February and March I didn't watch any movies due to my studies. As well as this, I did try a lot of foods from Tropicana Gardens Mall as well, and Iowa City Mall. Alright, but we didn't go for any attractions because I had to study and things had gotten a bit worse than that. Okay, but in April, which is good, we completed the Ontario Literacy course. Even though, yes, I did get a 52 and a 56, still not that bad, but it's also the passing grade as well. Just as long as I need to work harder to aim for an 80% and above, I'm still a bit satisfied. Okay, for April, yes, I actually did see the Super Mario Bros. Movie and it was awesome. That was actually 6 days after our exam ended. And as well as this, we also continued the business leadership classes as well. Yeah. Okay, but the bad news is our Wi-Fi was out, so basically I did survive with the phone instead of the iPad because the iPad couldn't have the 4G cellular connection while the phone has 5G cellular connection, which is very good news because one, 5G networks only support iPhone 12 or later, while the rest of the iPhones until 11 they don't support it, so it's 4G only. So yeah, but after a few days I got the Wi-Fi back, and in May, which is a good news, I just turned 20 3 months ago. So basically I had a fun day in Wanatama, and eventually it was my birthday, so I just watched Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 as well. As well as this, I didn't do a lot of stuff except try a lot of new foods that was actually featured here. Although yes, some of the restaurants closed and I really wanted to try it, that's okay because they were either too expensive or the reviews were bad. So I decided to try another restaurant, which has good reviews, Okay. So we're moving on to June. Okay, for June, we almost completed the business leadership course, although yes, there's still a lot more projects to do, but in the end, I actually got a good score of 88 for the report card. Although the last project was an 89%, I was quite happy, because it's an A in Canadian schools. As well as this, I did see Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, and this was actually in Tropicana Gardens Mall. Although yes, there were some foods to try in Tropicana Gardens Mall, not a lot, but some of them I managed to try it. Although we wanted to go to Sunway and Splash Mania on these days, however, I do have classes on that day, so we had to postpone it. One was actually in July, which is last year. The other is this coming month in August. Okay, so actually we got the class done on the 29th of June, which is the last day, and luckily for that I turned in my project in time. Thank goodness, and he actually graded it. It was a good grade, so I was pretty much happy for this. And I almost forgot to mention that yes, I'm no longer going to school unless they call me for visits, because we graduated already and we finished the school already. So that was actually the end of the senior year classes. And then in July, yes, this is the most important part. that you must know. I actually went to Sunway Lagoon 1 month ago after the business leadership course was over, and it wasn't crowded when we came on a Thursday. Although yes, the Vuvuzela did take 30 minutes to come for a short break. But in the end, I managed to try it 2 times. It was so much of fun. I recommend you guys to go there because uh, there were a lot of fun rides, the dry rides, and you can even eat a lot of those foods, ranging from Japanese, Western, and local foods. I actually had really fun and I got very, very tired. However, I didn't go for the night part because it will cost like so much of money. If you want to go, it's totally up to you, not forcing, okay? So after that, we went out for dinner. I had the corn food from Jinja Chicken. And we ended the day off with Yo frozen yogurt, although the Legacy cheesecake was closed in April and we didn't know that, so I have to put as permanently closed. Okay, so basically the movies that I watched from January till July are Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, the Super Mario Bros. Movie, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, Elemental, and Ruby Gilman, Teenage Kraken. These are the only movies that I've watched so far this year, although we couldn't watch the other movies due to timing as well. And next up would be August, is because one, I actually got my letter of offer to say I have been enrolled in SEGI, and it's going to be a hard time for me, especially with all the work that I have to do next month. As well as this, I'll be going to Splash Mania on Thursday, so I won't be able to make videos at that time because I'll be out for the whole day until night time, and I won't be able to have time to make these videos. I almost forgot to mention is this. Yes, I'll be going to Thailand next Thursday, and fortunately I won't be able to make some videos as well. You know how stressful a student's life is, correct? It's just only for 4 days, okay? But don't worry, some of these videos will still be available on my second YouTube channel, alright? Anyways, now I want to talk to you guys about which person we lost throughout 2023. The most recent person was Sinead O'Connor, which was on July 26th. Now we lost a lot of celebrities and singers throughout this year, such as Tina Turner, Paul Rubens, Tony Bennett, Lisa Marie Presley, Lisa Loring, and some other singers and actors that I cannot remember. Although yes, these are the recent deaths for 2023. Although, yeah, I couldn't make that video last time about all of them. Alright. Anyways guys, this is actually the highlight of the 7 months that were the best. Although in August, yes, I actually did feature a little bit, but the rest of the months I couldn't is because one, this will take a lot of time to do this video, and I hope you understand the situation. Anyways guys, that's all for the video. Have a good summer, and once summer ends, just be back to go to school or college, okay? Anyways guys,